The golden age of Hollywood gave us hunky cowboys, smooth spies, and dancers who never missed a step. But behind those perfect pompadours and polished curls was one of the industry's best-kept secrets: wigs. For many leading men, hairpieces were as important as costumes, lighting, or makeup. Audiences never knew, because the illusion was flawless. Today, we look at some of the legends who carried the secret with style and turned it into part of their legacy. Cesar Romero, the Joker with a wink. Cesar Romero charmed audiences for 6 decades, from suave leading man roles to his unforgettable Joker in the 1960s Batman series. His thick hair looked like part of his signature image, but by his 30s, Romero was already relying on carefully crafted wigs. Early on, they blended seamlessly with his Latin lover persona, but later they became almost theatrical, especially when dyed bright green for the Joker. What made Romero unique was his attitude. He never obsessed over the illusion. He could joke about it, adjust it mid-scene, or even take it off at lunch. For him, the wig wasn't a weakness. It was just another prop in the performance. Douglas Fairbanks, Jr., a gentleman's accessory. As the son of silent film royalty, Douglas Fairbanks, Jr. carried himself with elegance, refinement, and poise. When his hair began thinning in his 30s, he didn't panic. Instead, he treated wigs as part of his wardrobe, as essential as a tailored dinner jacket. His hairpieces were discreet, natural, and always appropriate to his age. Friends recalled that Fairbanks approached them with quiet dignity, never making them a subject of gossip. Over time, his wigs aged gracefully with him, helping preserve his polished image, whether on screen or at a royal dinner. Sean Connery, from Bond's hair to bald icon. When Sean Connery debuted as James Bond in 1962, audiences believed the perfect hair was part of 007's irresistible package. In reality, Connery wore wigs for every Bond film because he was balding before his 30s. The hairpieces were designed with precision to survive stunts, fight scenes, and underwater escapes. But in the 1970s, Connery did something bold. He ditched the wig in many roles. Instead of diminishing his appeal, it gave him new authority and gravitas. He became one of the first leading men to prove that confidence outshines hairlines, redefining what a Hollywood sex symbol could be. Yul Brynner, bald by choice and proud of it. While most stars covered thinning hair, Yul Brynner did the opposite. He shaved it all off. When he first appeared bald in The King and I on Broadway in 1951, it was meant to be temporary. But audiences loved it. The look became his signature, turning baldness into a mark of power and individuality. For roles that required wigs, Brynner wore them like any other costume piece, without fuss. His bald head became iconic, symbolizing confidence and defiance in an industry built on illusion. Bob Hope, the comedian who made it work. For 6 decades, Bob Hope entertained audiences with sharp wit and tireless energy. Through all the jokes and dance routines, one thing never changed: his perfectly neat hairline. Behind the scenes, Hope had been wearing a hairpiece since the 1940s. It had to endure pratfalls, fast footwork, and endless stage lights. Sometimes in private USO shows, he turned the wig itself into part of the gag, earning roars of laughter. But on screen and at public events, it was never questioned. For Hope, the hairpiece wasn't a secret. It was part of his professional uniform, as consistent as his golf club props or his quick punchlines. John Wayne, the Duke's rugged secret. John Wayne embodied American masculinity, towering, rugged, and unshakably confident. But even the Duke needed help with his hairline. His wigs were designed to look weathered and windblown, perfect for life on the frontier. On location, assistants used clever tricks to keep them secure under his cowboy hat during horseback chases and fight scenes. Wayne himself treated it casually, often removing the piece in private with a laugh. For audiences, though, the image never faltered. The Duke was always the cowboy hero, hair and all.